The Villager Trading Hall, a place that I think we can all agree is rather wonderful looking. It's filled with tons upon tons of redstone engineering. There's been various iterations of this design. There's been all sorts of new features added. We've got zombies inside the system, zombies out the front of the system. We've got ways to cure up the villagers using automatic potion brewing. We have got progress updaters, villager breeders, and everything looks really, really cool. But there's a slight problem. It's not my fault, okay? It's Minecraft's fault. It's Minecraft's fault. I'm blaming Minecraft on this one. Strangeness with villagers and their points of interest. Occasionally, villagers that are in their things, in their little booths, they will decide that actually, this right here, this that I've been connected to all this time, I don't want this anymore. I actually want this one, or this one, or this one, any of the ones here. And there's no way for me to know when that's happened. It will just happen, and then this guy will stop restocking his trades because he can no longer access the workbench, or whatever the point of interest thing is, because he's decided that actually he wants one that's miles away instead of the one that was originally assigned to him that is directly in front of him. Oh, Minecraft things. So I guess I should probably just admit my defeat. Oh, good grief. No, it's even more than that. And I bet Iscal's going to rub it in my face too. This is going to be awful. This is going to be really awful. I thought we would talk about the villager trading thing. You know, deadline passed a little bit. And
yeah, I've anticipated it to be in game days, like played game days in game.
Right. Okay.
I don't think that's entirely correct.
No, you're way off. Yeah, you're way off. So the deadline's passed. I think it's clear that there was really only one winner from the start, to be honest with you.
Yep, for sure. There's been some technical difficulties.
Yeah, right. Let's get this over with then.
Yep.
Wait, what, dude? What are you doing?
Why are you giving me diamonds?
No, what are you doing? Why are you giving me diamonds, dude? I clearly lost. Mine's broken.
Mine's broken too. I clearly lost. You made a trade. Oh my goodness! you made a trading hall. I made a system that doesn't work because of some major issues with the game.
So we both lost? I think that means we both lost. A competition of two people where both people have lost. I didn't want to tell you about it because I thought you'd do your standard Iscal laugh in my face. So I just thought I would meet up, I would just throw some diamonds on the floor, and then I would back out through the nether portal and leave. So
not ever talk about it again.
Anyway, we decided because both of us have lost, we should both forfeit 100 diamonds each. So now we have 200 diamonds we have to work out what we're going to do with. We could just bury them. We could throw them in lava, or bury.
No,
bury them. Hit a chord.
Lava. Bury them. What if we? Oh, I have an idea. I'm getting super excited. What if we bury the diamonds and make a treasure hunt out of it?
I mean, that does sound like fun.
You're not allowed to participate, by the way.
No, I'm aware.
No. Only me and the other hermits.
Yeah. Oh, very funny.
No, of course. No, but we could dig them down, and then make a treasure hunt in the Hermitlands. So what is that in total? I give 100 diamonds, and you give 100 diamonds.
So that's 200 diamonds in total, which would be, I didn't mean to throw that.
That's a Mumbo diamond right there.
Okay. So I like this idea. I like the idea of burying the diamonds. What if? Because I'm going to be honest. I'm not that interested in burying diamonds myself. Like I like the idea of making this a little bit more redstone related. I think if we bury things that allow the hermits to then have access to potential diamonds, that could be a good way to go. Almost like it's like a lottery system type thing where the players find something underneath the ground, they tumbling because there are diamonds that they're winning. There's no kind of stakes. We've buried things like tickets. I feel I should interject here to explain. A hermit wandering around the games district may see something like this. If they dig out the block underneath it, will reveal a chest, and inside that chest there will be a token. Once the token has been retrieved, they can throw it into a super smart and fancy machine that's going to be designed by me. There is a chance that they will get a diamond block, but there's a higher chance that they'll get something useless like dirt out of it. And then that is a way for us to get rid of 200 diamonds very, very quickly, and also give the hermit something fun to play with, and also allows us to brush under the rug that both of us have totally failed at making our villager trading hall by making something else interesting. How does that sound?
That shall never be mentioned again. The last part sounds awful. That shall never be mentioned again.
So, I think we've got ourselves a project. So let's have a think. How do we want to build this thing? What do we want it to look like? How do we want it to function? What do we want to do? I think I've come up with an idea that is going to work, and it involves a ton of redstone lamps and observers. It's going to be dramatic, and I also want it to look fairly bright and eye-catching, so we're going to be using yellow concrete for the build, which of course is easy to get lots of because of this wonderful thing. Right, I'm almost certain that we've got everything that we need now. Let's head off to Hermitland. Right, I would say that this area here is probably a good spot for it. I mean... Oh, I forgot my redstone box. How did I forget that? And I'll be honest, I've totally lost it. I have no clue where it is. Finally, we are now good to go. Redstone box in hand. This definitely needs to be taller, doesn't it? Now, this needs to be considerably big. Look at the ridiculousness of the scale of things here. And I'm building something 10 blocks tall. Now that it's 30 blocks tall, let's see how things are looking. So I've just finished up placing in those redstone lamps there. That looks a little bit more interesting. It does look a little bit more interesting. It is quite cool. We definitely need to expand certain areas, I would say, on the edges. But obviously with this being a fairly big build, we are having to use up even more observers than I was expecting. That is now all of my nether quartz gone. Finished, completo, and all of the cherry red shops are totally sold out. So I don't know what I'm going to do when I run out of this. I guess actually go out and gather up nether quartz, like that's what everyone else does. I'm so privileged to be on the Hermitcraft server. So we're now back over by the build, and I'm just in the process of adding some extra bits to the side of this thing. I mean, that does look pretty cool. I almost think... I'm trying to picture how it's going to look. Maybe if we add some spires or something to make it look just a little bit more crazy. Good grief, I'm really struggling here, I'll be honest with you. But thankfully I've managed to get myself a little bit more worked out now, and I think I'm onto something here. So obviously the theme for this build is this sort of stripey type. I mean, I don't even know how I would describe what this look is. But on the left-hand side, that's where we're going to be putting our tokens in. On the right-hand side, that's where we're going to be getting the diamond blocks out or not, depending on how lucky you are. And these redstone lamps right here are going to fire as this process is happening. So as we put the item in, it will then travel through the system, and we will see redstone lamps doing this sort of thing, and then once the processing is complete, you will hear a noise, and you will either get a diamond block, or a diamond, or nothing. Nothing is more likely. And I think I'm going to call this building Nuggets for Diamonds. That seems like a good name for it, and I've realised that we're using Sahara color. This is not a Sahara build. I didn't even think about that. I genuinely just thought yellow equals a goldish colour. That makes sense. Well, regardless of that, we now have a big NFD sign out the front of this thing, and I've also started working out some of the redstone. I'm not 100% certain how I'm going to make it work just yet, but I've placed in a drop chamber for the nuggets, and then this side right here is where the diamond blocks or nothing is going to be appearing. Can you read this from a distance though, and does it stand out? Yes, it does. Actually, surprisingly, it does. Despite the scale of some of these builds, this looks quite good. Anyway, on the redstone front, we now have a treasure token item filter. So that's going to be sending a redstone signal out to this repeater right here. And now I just have to find a way to run it up into those redstone lamps. Whereabouts even are they? I'm getting lost in my own redstone build here. Thankfully, I managed to find my way out. So now let's give this a quick tester. So we chuck that in. That looks pretty cool. I think there needs to be a slightly longer delay though. And also some extra note blocks and things just to keep things a little bit more interesting. Something like this. Cool? I mean, I'm no musician, but that does sound like the machine is processing something. Now, I also need to do the sound effects for when you don't get something, so I would say... I mean, that definitely sounds like something not going to plan. Nice. Okay, so that's good. Right, and then all we need to do is wire up the other half of this, which is the randomizer. We need to wire up the other half of this into a dropper, which is going to be dropping out the diamonds, and then also add a happy note to it, which I have now done, and now everything should be working. So let's give the NFD a test. Right, okay, I have got a bunch of treasure tokens. I've really been going to town. I've been finding tons of them. Okay. It's being processed. No good. That's quite good. That's actually not bad. Right, let's throw in another one. I assume it's also going to not go to plan. Oh! Nice! Okay, and I got myself a diamond. So there is a chance that you will get a diamond or you will get a diamond block. This is actually... This works. And it works well. And it sounds cool. And it looks cool. And it is cool. Am I cool? I don't know if I'm cool. I don't know if I'm as cool as all the other stuff that I've just mentioned there. Regardless, the NFD is now all working, so I'm just going to patch up a few of the holes that I've created in this area here. I'm going to take my chests with me, and I'm going to leave this area. This now... Oh, I should probably put some instructions in, otherwise people are going to be confused. Can you imagine how confused everyone would be if I hadn't done that? Welcome to Nuggets for Diamonds, NFD. Hidden in the shopping district, more locations coming soon. There are hundreds of gold nuggets. They are lying on the floor. If you see one, pick it up. Bring your collection over to this machine. When you deposit your nugget in the window to the left, it will be processed. If it's a good nugget, you will get either a diamond or a diamond block. If it's a bad nugget, you will just get disappointment. Good luck and have fun. I'd say that summarizes it pretty nicely. I can't think of anything extra to add in. So here it is. Now, I'm hoping that Iskall should have hidden away some golden nuggets in the shopping district. I'm curious to see if I can actually find any, because this could be difficult. Here goes. Okay, so I've just arrived. And now we look around. Okay, I'm not seeing any evidence of one so far. I've got my eyes firmly to the floor. It's really difficult to know if... Oh, there's one. There's one. Okay, so there's one there. Man, these are going to be tricky to find. So I've found one. Okay, there's a second one. Alright, okay, so it is possible to find multiples. It is possible to find multiple. But, I mean, blazing through and finding 100 may not be plain sailing. Wow, I mean, I found 2. I like it, though. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see the hermits actually going out and finding these. I wonder who's going to get the most. I mean, I'm genuinely curious now. But one thing that we definitely need is we need armor stands actually in the hermit land area. Because otherwise the machine that actually collects all of the golden nuggets is somewhere where the golden nuggets aren't. To me, that doesn't make too much sense. So I've popped down to this area here. And I picked up this book. This is the book that allows us to do these crazy things with armor stands. And I'll be honest, I've never really touched it throughout this entire Hermitcraft season. And now now I have to learn how to use it. And I guess just as a quick note, before all of you shout at me down in the comment section, the reason that I haven't used it yet in this Hermitcraft season is because I haven't found a good use for it yet. I mean, it really is that simple. I haven't had any projects that really lend themselves to wackiness with armor stands because I tend to do more technical or farmy or things like that based projects. Crazy armor stands haven't really fit into any of the builds that I've been doing, but now they have. So we're here, better late than never. Okay, let's work this out. So I've given it arms, alright. Okay. And then... auto alignment. Item on surface. Almost. Let's try that again then. Item flat on surface. Oh, this one's totally busted, I think. Oh, good. What do I... Help! How do I pick this up? How do I pick this up? I've got... What's happened? No. This has gone worse than I even expected. Okay, after having everything explained to me, I now kind of know what I'm doing. So, we go auto alignment, item flat on surface, bam, 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 bam. Looking good. And then to pick it up, we have to take everything out, but then right click. In the general area, right click. Easy, it's easy. See, it's really easy. I don't know if it's easy. I mean, it's probably easy for everyone else, but me apparently. You know what? I'm just gonna place all of them. I would say, as far as things that are exciting to view and watch are concerned, yeah, this is low on the old list, isn't it? I mean, as far as content for videos is concerned, doing that 150 times. It might not be that exciting. I gotta say, it's also quite difficult to hide things in this area because, unlike the shopping district, there's not so much kind of going on that is of scale. I mean, I can't say that with that in the back, but you know what I mean. Oh, for goodness sake, none of these things are helping my cause. There's not the crazy busyness to distract you that we have in the shopping district. I hope that makes more sense. I think so far I have placed around about a stack of these golden nuggets, and I gotta say that I'm getting faster. I mean, this is the first time this has ever happened. And it's a terrible example. What have I done? And after doing this for, the best part of an hour and a half, I've just discovered that you don't actually need to do the show arms thing. Totally unnecessary. So that halves the amount of time that it takes for me to place each item, which would have been good to know, as I say, about an hour and a half ago. Regardless of that, this has actually been quite enjoyable. Once I got into the rhythm of it, I put a podcast on, I just kind of went straight on through, and those are all of my armor stands all used up. So that is 2 full stacks of golden nuggets dotted around in Hermitland. So now we have I think we have nearing 300. Yeah, nearing 300 of these little gold tokens, both in Hermitland and also in the shopping district. All for you to find, and if you do find one, chuck it into the machine and there's a chance that you'll get a diamond block, a diamond, or disappointment. I mean, what more could you want? Now, I did think it would be fairly smart of me to actually add some rules and also some tips into the book. So I've added in no showing of hitboxes, pressing F3 and B is disallowed, because obviously then you'll be able to see the armor stands, which then will point out where the nuggets are, and that's no fun. You can only throw 1 nugget into the system at a time. If you throw more nuggets in, I don't know what will happen, but I imagine it will just end up in you losing lots of nuggets, and yeah, not getting too many diamonds. That's probably not smart. And no renaming of your own nuggets is also pretty important. We don't want people grabbing their own golden nuggets and calling them whatever we've called these golden nuggets. That's not on. And a tip, just in case anyone doesn't know, right click the nugget with an empty hand to pick up, because I didn't know this, and yeah, I sent a lot of panicked messages to Iskal, so hopefully that clears up any confusion there. Wonderful. I think this might be ready to rock and roll. NFD. I sincerely hope that doesn't mean something rude, like in internet slang terms or anything. Apparently it just means no further details, or National Foundation for the Deaf, which is pretty cool, supporting them in some kind of strange way. It's only in New Zealand though, apparently. Yeah, we don't have one of those. Oh, non-financial disclosure, not following directions, there's all sorts. Anyway, I'm getting off topic here. I really do hope that you've enjoyed this episode of Hermitcraft. It kind of just came together out of nowhere. It went from being a total failure in that me and Iskal both realised that our villager trading halls weren't really up to standard. They weren't really working. I mean, they do work, but then occasionally just a bug causes some issues that need sorting out, and it's not ideal. So it went from that to actually turning into a really, really fun game that I can't wait to see all of the hermits playing. So thank you ever so much for watching. It's been a lot of fun. If you have enjoyed it, please to that like button. And if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later. It has been ages since I've done that outro. Like, that used to be the rhythm that I ended the videos with, but then I thought, you know, it's a little bit long. Maybe I'll change it up. So now I just do it like a see ya. But then, I don't know, I kind of... That flew off the tongue. That was like a little poem. I might bring that back. I'm not sure. I'm tired. It's been a long day.
One.